What is going on, guys? We are talking Mayans MC, and what a premiere. What a premiere for season 4. There was a lot of things I liked about it. There's some things that I didn't like about it, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about one storyline, maybe one aspect of what I saw in the season premiere. And I think a lot of people are asking this question. Will Bishop die this season? Will he perish this season? Now, Bishop is one of my favorite characters in the Mayans series. And honestly, listen, just because, I love this character doesn't mean that it's, I think it's okay to see his demise. We need characters that have, maybe in the beginning they're one way, and just because they're one way in the beginning, it doesn't mean that you should make them, amazing or a good guy at the end of the whole series. Sometimes you need characters that when we follow, we see the train wreck that it is and them lose themselves. Sometimes that makes a more of interesting character and an interesting arc of that character. So I think the arc of him being, the king, being the El Presidente of the club, yet seeing in the season, we're already on season 4, which, can you believe it? Seeing season 4 and seeing how it might play out, and seeing at the end of season 3 how Bishop has his club. He was made Marcus had him come to Santo Padre and just run it, and to see just the bolts, the cranes, the hinges, whatever, just absolutely start falling apart, especially towards the end of season 3, and seeing him lose a lot of the club itself, seeing him lose the guys, not knowing what people are, what his club members are doing, relying on Easy Ezekiel, who is not even, he's making his ranks, but he's not like his right-hand man or anything like that. His right-hand man is supposed to be Taza. I think Bishop, it was a slow, I thought he was going to maybe have his demise last season, but it makes sense now to me to really have that slow kind of grind of seeing this character really start losing it, really start losing not only his club, but himself. And I think that's a fascinating story. As much as I love Bishop, and as much as I think he's a really, the actor's doing a fantastic job with this character, it's always fascinating to see a character go from the top and then make their way and just kind of really collapse. I think a lot of people, it's the saying that you're seeing this train wreck and you just can't take your eyes off it. And that's what TV is. It's drama. It's something that you just can't take your eyes off it. So do I think he might perish this season? I actually do think it might be this season. I know that Elgin James says he has the whole ending in his mind. He knows how it's all going to play out. He says he needs at least one more season. But I think Bishop himself might go at the season finale towards the end of this season. And I'm okay with that. I like his character. We've had 4 seasons with this character, but I like the way that, he is kind of losing it. And he's just he's bitter. He's angry. He can't trust anybody at this point. He's an angry man. He's a very, very angry man. So, do I think Bishop's going to die? Yes, I do. But I want to ask that question to you guys. Do you think Bishop is going to die this season? And should he die this season? And the whole thing is, if Bishop goes and, Marcus he's come back, he's taken over. He is the alpha male out of all these charters. What if Bishop goes, does that mean Ezekiel automatically rises up to president? El Presidente. I mean, we saw a little bit in episode, I believe it was 2, where, Easy squashes the beef off a guy who almost killed him, and he almost killed him, and was able to just bring peace within, Easy, not escalate any further, which that's what Marcus's want. But that doesn't even mean Marcus is going to, live throughout the season 2. There's a lot of things that could happen throughout the season. And maybe Bishop doesn't die this season. Maybe he kind of thinks outside the box. I mean, you got to remember, Taza's like, oh, whatever you want. Taza is ride or die with him. He knows that, he can never gain his trust again, but he's still willing to do things for Bishop. And some of the club members are too, but they're kind of shaken at this point because they see how Bishop is acting. They see how, he doesn't want to squash the beef. He still wants war. It's on the tip of his tongue. So seeing Ezekiel and Marcus seeing that aspect, he might, and then Marcus even asking Hank, dude, do I have to worry about Bishop? This is a very fascinating storyline to me. He can only go down. It can never go up, because after, what we had with the Civil War going on, I mean, Bishop wanting to be the one king, making these moves, really risking it all and not prevailing. That's a downfall for Bishop and his character, and probably is going to be his life. So, and then there is going to be tension between him, Ezekiel. We saw in the trailer when Easy punches him. Easy even saying, he's tired of the little man complex. He's really lost it all. He lost his ex-wife. He's lost his son. So Ezekiel, or Bishop, I should say, is a man that just has nothing to lose. There's nothing else left out there except his club, his pride, and both have seemingly been taken away. So I'm really loving what they're going to do with Bishop this season. I am interested to see if they're going to knock him out this season. And are they really going to have Easy become El Presidente, or at least a big, more higher ranking than he is right now? Everything's very up in the air. We have to see more episodes, but if I had to say, I think Bishop will have his demise this season, and I'm okay with it. That seems like they're doing a really good job, kind of with the crumbles last season. Now we're getting like the full cookie this season. So thank you guys. Please let me know, do you think Bishop will die this season? And do you think Easy should become president? That's the biggest question. Last season, I said it's too soon for Easy to become president. And I'm going to say, we could say Jax Teller on Sons of Anarchy. He already rose up to the ranks too. But for me, I just still feel a little bit like it's a little bit too early for Easy to become president, but most likely he will at the end of the season. If Elgin James gets his wish and he gets one more season, it looks like they want to do a 5-season Mayans MC, and then they want to cap it, and that's it, and we'll see what happens after that. But overall, good premiere, good direction where they're taking Bishop, so let's see how it goes. Thank you guys. I'm Dan the Manky Dan Son. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Would really appreciate that. Like the video so we can get these videos going. And then I got to hear your guys' comments. And I will be commenting with you guys as well. So I'm Dan the Manky Dan Son. I'm out here. See you guys.